How's it going, everyone, and welcome back to the channel. And we have got one here from JC Wings today in 1/72nd scale diecast. We've got ourselves an Su-17M4 Fitter-K, as you can see there. Now, the M4 variant was the final production variant with many upgrades over previous aircraft. Now, I will let the experts see if JC Wings got that right, so be ready, my eagle-eyed friends. Now, our aircraft here, it says it's from the 260th, that says TH, I think it's meant to be 263rd ORAE in Afghanistan. I was not having a stroke or stuttering. It just, baffled me with the TH instead of the RD. So for third, this is one, as I said, while in Afghanistan in 1988, it would be just, I suppose, prior to the Soviet withdrawal in 1989. Now let us open this up and have a little look. Now it does have the specifications in the side here. Oh, our little ordnance packet, which does have a lot of felt in there, some protection, and of course that beast of an aircraft sitting in there, covered with felt and protection as well. So it looks very protected, so that is awesome. So I reckon we will be pretty much guaranteed an intact model when we open it. All right, speaking of opening, let's get this thing open. All right, so this is the weapons pack. Let us have a little look. Have a quick squiz and see what we got in there. Now, check out the detail of the tanks. Haha! Man, I'm having some luck with the teeth on my aircraft. Boy, oh boy, I'm enjoying that. Oh, they look fantastic, though. Just the quality of the ordnance does look really nice. Check out that. Wow. That looks beaut. There's a lot of felt everywhere. Look, it offers some protection, which is fantastic, but it does cover the great-looking ordnance. All right. I can't wait to chuck this on the aircraft because it's going to look fantastic. Alrighty, now for the model, it does come on the usual card base. This is that hard stock base. They give you this instead of a stand. So if you want to display it on gear, you will be able to use that little cardboard base to present your aircraft on, and that'll look pretty cool. Let's get these little bits off. Excellent. Oh yeah, well, there is a lot of foam here. Yes. Let's move all this stuff out of the way. Oh, there is tons. All right. We'll move this. All right, so it's got the usual credit card stock type of limited edition card on here, which is fantastic. They always look really cool. That is one thing I'll give JC Wings. So there is a limited run of 700. So only 700 lucky people in the world will own one of these. So if you do like what you see, you'll have to snap it up pretty quickly. It does have, some instructions, which is always good. Ooh. And these are large, which is fantastic. So if you happen to have lost your instructions, you will be able to put this on pause, and you can, use this to... Why is that upside down? I had it upside down. Geez, I'm a muppet sometimes. But that is your instructions. The right way up. Oh, yeah. All right. I need some sleep. All right. So along the side here, we will have the usual landing gear options, of course. We have done a review of a similar aircraft from the Libyan one, and also that East German, or the Luftwaffe one as well. How do we get now? There's a little bit of, what's that, blue tack, I think, and it's got the usual little bit of tubes there for when we stick that on the aircraft. Boy, this is fantastically protected. I will give them that. All right, let's move that out of the way. I'm just trying to work out the best way to grab it without boring you guys. All right, here we go. Nice. Excellent. All right. Geez, it's an effort. Okay, finally, yes. All right, let us have a good look at this. Before we put anything on it, of course. All right, let's zoom in. We've spent way too much time trying to get this out. Check out that. That has got some great detail. Looks to be some mission markings there. Yeah, that looks awesome. Now we'll test that. Yep, beautiful. Now, of course, each side is manipulated on its own. They don't move together. This is on point. This is beautiful. It's got a little bit of engine detail in there, as you can see. Man, those details right there. How cool is that? Yeah, that looks great. A little bat on the side there. Now, how easy is that to open? Yeah, hard for my fingers. It's quite slippery, so we'll get that open when we do gear down. But what we're going to do though is have a look underneath quickly, and then we can set this up for in-flight. Yeah, man, that's really cool. Now, these move as well. There's a little bit of movement there if you like to have some moving bits on your aircraft. Yep, very nice. All right, I want to set this up. All right, let's kit this out for in-flight, and we'll come right back. All right, here we have it set up for in-flight. They are magnetic for the gear bay doors, so you drop those 3 gear bay doors, they drop straight in. But the ordnance is just the standard slot type. They go in relatively easy, so there was no real dramas. And they do seem to hold in there without any problems. So I am really pleased with the fitment of this. Everything went on there nicely, no dramas. You do put this massive central ordnance in there, which means you can't get to put the tanks in there. You get these 2 tanks provided. So if you don't want to use this, you can put these 2 tanks on, and you actually do get a little plug which does cover, if I take that off, which does cover that little spot there. So you cover that, and then you can, put your tanks on if you want to. And that'll be if you want to go down that route. But I want to have that other part back because check out that. How cool does that look? Bit of teeth. You know me and teeth. I do like a shark's mouth on anything, except a shark if I'm in the water. But overall, this is another fine looking unit. Oh, I'm really happy about grabbing one of these. Not the cheapest things to buy, but boy oh boy, they do make you feel happy when you get one in your hands. And that absolutely looks awesome. Now with the pitot tube and the antennas and stuff like that, I glued mine on. You can't really push them into the slot and have them stay there. I guess that's why they include a little bit of blue tack for you to blue tack it in there, but it won't slot into the slots that are there. But I think overall, this is a fine looking model. JC Wings, beautiful. I swear, JC Wings is the only company that can make an aircraft that makes me drool, or they can make an aircraft that can make me cry. So they mess with my emotions a lot. But this thing makes me smile. It looks absolutely awesome. Look, if you're going to get fussy, I suppose, about one thing that I can sort of see, you can sort of see a little bit of daylight between the tail there. That's one thing, I suppose. But overall, I think this is absolutely brilliant. Yeah, really, really happy. But of course, if you in-flight displayers want to chuck it on the stand, no bueno for you. You have to buy that separately, of course. All right, what we're going to do, though, is we're going to quickly chuck this gear down, and we will have a look at this gear down and chuck it on the scales. All right, we'll be back in just 1 second. All right, here we have it all set up. Very straightforward for your gear down. Magnetized as well. You just put your 3 components in. The nose wheel, that does roll, but the main wheels do not. Now, I swapped out that central ordnance and the 2 rocket pods out and put the tanks on that come with this as well. So if you do want to set it up for a bit of a longer range setup, it does set up nicely. Those tanks have got some great detail on there, and it is really, really nice. It does look fantastic. You'll be pretty happy with that. I think overall, though, it is a beautiful model. You'll definitely be pretty happy with it. Goes together really easy. I don't have any issues with it. I did open the canopy, but it does not open very far, so I don't know how easy it's going to be to put the pilot figure in, but I think overall it is like just fantastic. This is just a beautiful model. We'll chuck it on the scales though, and we will see how much this Su-17 does weigh. Oh, I just praised the model about its fitment, and of course the one of the little bombs drop off. That won't make a difference to the weight because it's on the scales. So you've got 359 grams, and I think that that's not a bad weight. I think it presents really nicely. You will definitely be pretty happy if you do get one of these. We'll move this out of the way. The ordnance goes on nicely. I don't have any issues with that. This one was just a little bit loose. See how easy it went on? That was great. So I'm definitely really happy. Really happy with that. Now, this one's probably a little bit loose, so but don't detract from the model. It's fantastic. I'm leaving that off. But overall, it does set up nicely. A little bit of blue tack, and this will be staying in place and won't even move. You won't even know. But you do get provided the little engine block off and the intake block off for the front of the aircraft, of course. And that is a little novel extra. And, of course, you do get provided a pilot figure, and this is that pilot figure. That has got some really nice detail. Check out their helmet detail. That is brilliant. Yep, definitely pretty damn happy. All right, let's wind up this video. We'll put Droppy off there. I will, of course, take some photos of this. I'll be happy to do that because, as I said, I really like it. Hopefully you do. But, of course, there's a bit of coin behind these. That's the only downfall. But I reckon, in the end, it's up to you. If you want to spend the money, I would recommend it. But if you don't, then don't. You've watched it for free on the video. All right. Yeah, of course, if you found the video helpful, don't forget some of those my way. That's always appreciated. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you are watching and haven't done that. And always feel free. I like to hear it. Those comments down below and tell me your opinion. All right, everyone, I will bid you a goodbye, and thank you once again for dropping past the channel and checking out this model. I hope it did tickle your pickle in some way today. All right, everyone, you have a fantastic rest of your day. Cheers, everyone.